What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. Today, I want to go over some questions I've gotten since starting this channel. And this is questions I've gotten specifically on Instagram. So let's just jump into it. I'm going to be answering some questions. Let's go. Got my phone here. Okay, first question. I'm literally in the wrong thing. Let's see. First question. What is your favorite book? Whew, this might be a little rant. I don't have a favorite book. Like a favorite book of all time. I have favorite books on certain things, certain themes. I have favorite books in a certain set of time. I have favorite books for certain types of things, but like overall, I don't have a favorite book. And this is something I think about more often than I probably should, because I don't know. But it has everything to do with me as a person and nothing to do with the stuff that I read, because I'm not a type of person that has a lot of favorites, period, like across the board. Like I can't say I got a favorite food. I have some favorites, like I have a favorite color, favorite song, but overall, I don't feel like I have a lot of favorites, period. And then with books, let me say this. It's hard for me to pick like a favorite book because I feel like it's unfair to me and to the people that I'm telling that to. Because I feel like my criteria now, if I read a book, is not the same as it was a year ago. It's not the same as it's going to be in a year. So then I'm like, okay, what is the criteria and the scale that I'm basing my favorites on? And is it consistent? And then you get different stuff from different books at different times in your life. So it's so hard for me to be like, yeah, that's my favorite. It's too many variables. Okay. It's too much going on with that question for me to say this is my favorite book of all time. I can't even say like the most impactful, because again, it's too many things that it depend on. So to sum that up, I don't have a favorite book. Next question. Should you read controversial books? If you want to. I feel like if you want to read a book, go for it. I mean, do I read controversial books? Yeah, I'm sure some books that I read are controversial. I don't know. I wouldn't say you should or shouldn't. It's like, you want to read them? Okay. Next. Why don't you read happy, fun, jolly books? I do, y'all. I declare I do. I do read happy, fun, jolly books. They in the mix. It's just not... It's not a big piece of the pie, but that's not intentional either. I read the things that I'm drawn to, the things that I'm interested in. I read, stuff like that. And most times it's not happy, fun, jolly, but that doesn't mean that I won't read it or I haven't, because I will and I do. So yeah. Next question. Is your husband a reader? If so, how'd you find a man that loves to read? My husband is not what I would call a reader. He reads now, okay. He will read, but he would never describe himself as a reader. And speaking of that, I don't know how to find people to date. I don't know. I get told all the time by the few younger people in my life that my dating advice is very outdated. So I have no idea how to find men that like to read. I don't know. And if I told you, it probably wouldn't be applicable, because it's been a long time since I've been out in the dating pool. I don't know. I can't call it. I don't know. When I was looking for my husband, I wasn't even looking for a husband when I met him. When I met my husband, every quality that I wanted to be like that, every quality that I was looking for in a man, he had that. And reader was just not on that list. I'm a reader, but that just wasn't on the list of things I was looking for. He can read. He suggests me books all the time. He does read. We just read The Green Mile together. He's reading this Michael Crichton book, Yeah, so he does read, but it wasn't on my list. I was looking for qualities, and just reading wasn't one of them. Not saying it's bad, it's just what I was looking for. So I don't know where to find these men. Next question. Why do you read classics? Outside of the answer of I just want to, because I read what I feel like I'm drawn to. I don't know. Like, I guess it just depends on the book. Like, why I read, that like generalization is hard for me to answer because it really just depends on what the book is. Some books I read because, like Catcher in the Rye, like The Great Gatsby, because like The Color Purple, stuff like that. Is The Color Purple a classic? I'm calling it a classic, but stuff like that I read because I read it before and I feel like I get new things out of it. I read because I don't feel like I appreciated it the first time that I read it. Some things like Black Boy, like East of Eden, stuff like that, I'm reading because I've never read it and it piqued my interest and they was both good, and then like, why not? Sometimes I read stuff because, like War and Peace, because yeah, it piqued my interest, but it was recommended to me. And then I want to be like a part of the conversation when people are like, I read War and Peace. And I'm like, let me give you my 2 cents type deal. So it just depends on what the book is. But I feel like the overarching theme is I want to because I'm interested in it. Next, are you aware of new releases? I don't see them on your channel until after they are released and you do a review, so you don't do arcs. I'm aware of some new releases. I'm not the most up-to-date person on new releases. I watch other people's videos that have releases for like the quarter or the month, and I enjoy those. Without watching other people's videos on new releases, I probably wouldn't know about most of them. It's a few I might know about, but like most of them I probably wouldn't know about. I actually have never gotten an arc, and I take that back. I've gotten one arc from an independent author that reached out to me, and that's it. But other than that, I'm not opposed to reading arcs. I just don't read them because I feel like, one, it's hard for me to keep up when stuff's coming out. It just is. And two, I just got a lot of other stuff to read. And so I'm like, I don't know. I'm aware of some books that come out. I'm not anti-arcs. I just don't have any because I ain't really got no reason. I just don't have any. I got a lot of other stuff to read, so that's just what I be reading. But when I watch some booktubers and they go over that, and I'll be like, dang, let me add that to my list. That sounds good. And so that's what I do. But yeah. Next, do you want to write a book? I've been asked this a few times, and this one's kind of like a rant too, almost. When I was younger, I wrote like a memoir poetry type thing. And here's my issue with that and with thinking about writing something in the future. At the time where I wrote that, it was actually like a part of a therapy like session type thing. I ain't NF, but like it was a part of like therapy for me to write what I wrote, like going through this kind of traumatic thing. And I did, and I feel like it served its purpose. But when I think about like writing a book for people to read, and it's like, I always think, I don't think that I have it in me to really like craft an amazing novel. I feel like I could write a decent book, but I don't think I can craft, not even novel, but I don't think I can craft a very, very, very well written, like something I would read and be like, dang, that's good. I just don't think I got that in me. Like I have a lot of other talents, but I feel like I can write an okay book, but I don't feel like I could like write something where I'm like, dang, like I would read this if I didn't write it and it'd be like top tier. Like I don't feel like I have that in me. And so that's low key why I'm saying like, yeah, I won't write one, because I don't want to put out something that I don't think is like great. And that's probably why I'm like, no. And I'm not, yeah, for a lot of reasons. I just don't feel like I could produce something where I would be like, this is like a banger. So probably no. Just to answer that. Next, I'm a new booktuber, but have found that book reviews don't get a lot of views. Should I post them anyway? You should post book reviews if you want to post book reviews. However, if they don't get as many views as your other reviews or other videos, like, kind of expect that going in. I'm not saying you won't get views. I don't know what people want to see from other people or you, but post it if you want to, and just be prepared for like any content that you put out. Some people might like it, some people gonna look for it, some people not, and that's just what it is. Like, some people want to see it, some don't. If it doesn't get good engagement or low views, like, kind of be prepared for that, and then decide if you're gonna keep making them from there. But you know, you just won't know until you do it. Who knows if people will actually like it or not. But if you want to do it, I would say go for it. And then when you see how it performs, you can decide if you want to keep going down that path or not. Yeah, it's kind of up to you. Like, I post book reviews because I like book reviews. And, you know, if it gets the smallest amount of views, like, okay, I still like it. I'm not saying I don't care at all about getting any views. Like, that's not what I'm saying, but I want to, like, knowing everything that I know about it, I still want to post it, so I'm gonna post it. So if you want to do that, just know, you know, it might not be received well. It might be the best thing smoking. You just never know till you do it. So that's what I got to say about that. Next, how many books do you read at one time? Believe it or not, good people, believe it or not, I only read one book at a time. Yeah, I'm very much, and this is so me. Like, this is me in a lot of, it's just my personality. Like, I don't like a whole bunch of stuff going on at the same time in my brain, personally. And I like to finish a story. So it's not, I can read other books at the same time. There's been times where I read multiple books. There is a situation where I'll read more than one book at a time. Let me go back. I only read one book for time for leisure. For leisure. There are times, because I homeschool my kids, where I'm reading books with my kid. And then, you know, it's part of like the lesson plan or whatever. There's times where I'm reading books for school. Like, I'm reading like academic type stuff. And it's like, yeah, I'm reading that. But like, for my actual pleasure, one. Okay. Next, have you read all of the books you own? I have not. Before now, before we moved into this place that we live at now, every book that I owned, I read. So before now, I typically only kept books that I could move in. Like, we moved a lot. And so I would only keep the books that I already read, mainly things that was gifted or bought for me or stuff that I really liked, because I knew I was going to have to move it. Like, I did not want to be moving. So now I feel like we're at like a semi-permanent, pretty much permanent type location. Now I'm just getting stuff I want. You know what I mean? Like, I'm reading it. I'm not, it's there. And so no, now I own stuff that I haven't read yet. So yeah. Next, have you ever hated a book with your whole soul? Now, somebody text me this. I mean, not text me, sent me this DM verbatim. Hated in all caps. Have you ever hated a book with your whole soul? No, I have not. If I hated a book with my whole soul, I probably wouldn't have finished it. So no, I don't think so. I'm gonna say no to that. Next question. There's only two more left. Second to last question. Do you force your kids to read? For leisure? For their free time? No. They like to read on their own, by themselves, for leisure. Now, I just told y'all I was homeschooling them. I've been homeschooling them. They're going to read a required text. Now that they might not want to read that For example, my youngest, he like for the longest did not want to read about Ida B. Wells. And I'm like, it's a part, you gonna read this. So I did try, instead of like, like standing over him, like, you gonna read this. We ended up going through it together, like popcorn reading. And, you know, I try to make it kind of interactive. We played some games. We had like, you know, some fun stuff with it so that he could, but he was going to read it. I just had to get creative with it. But outside of like stuff that is peak for curriculum, stuff that's like, I'm trying to go through, we got a lesson plan with, they don't have to read outside of that. They want to and they do, which, you know, I'm grateful for. But yeah. Last question. What's your current Kindle streak? I hate to disappoint. I hate to disappoint. Any kind of like streak, that thing is, if it's not at 0, it's about to be. If it's not at 0, it's on day 1 or 2 because it's not getting far. I don't care what it is. The Kindle app, what else got a streak? The Bible app, you name the streak. I physically read. Not physically. I'll read a book pretty much every day. So every day I'm reading, whether that's a physical book on my Kindle, I'm listening to something. I am reading something daily. The same way I'm in that Word daily, but I'm not opening up the Bible app daily and I'm not opening up the Kindle app daily. So those streaks stay at 0. Yeah. And then I feel like subconsciously, I feel like I purposefully like don't want to streak. That could just be me, but subconsciously I'd be like, don't remind me and tell me I'm gonna lose my streak. Duolingo, all that be on 0. Sorry, y'all. I apologize. That's it though. I just wanted to go over those questions. I responded like to the messages in my DMs and stuff, but I just thought, you know, it was kind of fun to come on here and talk about it. And it's like help y'all get to know me a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it. Thank y'all for sticking around. If you're a returning viewer, hey, and I'm going to see y'all on the next one.